Keeping fit might not come easy, but eventually it is always worth it. I hope you're ready to burn out all the calories and sweat out all the excess fat you've got in your body. It's a beautiful edition today because guess what? Olatunde is here. I am ready to get some good exercise and I hope you are too. Spring Delight is the program. Please stay tuned with us. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down. Down, down. Up.
Now from there we're taking inside. Go side this way you want. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 go. Side, 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 side.
Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, can we see that? Now we combine. Watch. Up, up.
Down, down.
Now when you come up, go
Side.
side, go side.
Up.
No, from up, we are not coming down. Just up, up. Up, like this. Up, up.
Side. Side.
Bring it down.
Up, up. Side and side.
Bring it down.
Okay.
That's it. That's the rhyme. Ready? 1, 2, 3 go.
Up, up. Side and side. Bring it up. Up, up.
Side,
And side.
down, down.
Up, up. Side. Side. Down.
Down.
Up, up. Side. Side.
Down, down.
Up, up.
Side, side, down, down. Up, up. Side, side, down, down. Up, up. Side, side, down, down. Up, up. Side, side, down, down. Up, up.
Side to side. Down, down. Up, up. Side.
Side,
Down, down. Up, up. Side. Side. Down, down. Up, up. Side and side. Down, down.
please go with all your side. Up, side, side,
Down.
down.
Up, up. Side and side. Down, down.
You.
Up, up.
Thank you.
Side and side. Down, down. Up, up. Side and side. Down, down. Up.
Stay up there. Stay up for something new. Stay up. Stay up. Up there. This is what we do now. Please smile. Enjoy your money.
Yes, sir.
I'm good. Get your balance. Get your balance. You don't stand straight. Give me your back. Stand. We go. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
1, 2, 3, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Alright, let's get the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Alright, stay humble. Go side. You can see my legs at the edges. Go low. Go low. Spine. Keep going low. Take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
my gosh.
Place your hands at the waist. Now we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Back, back. 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now to the back. Back. Take it to the back. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we modify it. A little bit modification to it. Take it up. 1, 2, 3. You go with higher power. With higher power. We go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Tap, 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 and tap, 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 tap. Ooh.
That's how we get it. Take it up.
Okay.
So after that, what do we have? 4. All right, let's take it off. Hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I'm counting.
3, 4,
Hey,
5, 6,
go with me.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Like that. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. All right, the 20. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oops.
9, 10. Now stand. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let's together. Let's together. This is how we do it. This is how we get it. And this is how we do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Go down. You hold it there. Go down. Touch your toes. Touch it.
Oops.
Look up and smile. Look up and smile. All right, up. Now, that was a good demonstration. Please, let's encourage ourselves. That was good. So now we're going for the main activities, please. This is how we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 3.
Oh.
5.
Oh.
6. 7. Go with me. Alright, last one.
Oh my gosh.
Now you change your hand. Now, left hand, right leg. This way. Alright, let's go for the demonstration, please. Alright. 1, 2, 3, go. Touch your toes there. The fingers at the toes. Fingers at the toes. Look up and smile.
Oh.
Yeah, do this for the love you have for your body. Exercise is for me and you.
Yes, so.
Yeah. Thank you. Alright, take it off. So now we're going for the main activities. Your left hand to the right leg. 1, 2, 3, go. Touch. Pick it up. Touch. Pick it up. Touch. Pick it up. Quick touch. Pick it up. All right, now the 2 legs up. All right, we bring it so we can get our Russian twist from there. Look at my hand. We bring it to the center, and then side. Your fingers almost at the floor there. Stretch it. We go. Now we count. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3.
It's been a beautiful one today. I had a beautiful time. I burned out a whole lot of sweat and calories. I can feel every pain from my tummy to down to my legs and all. And I got a sister here with me. We participated on this journey together. How are you doing, sis?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so tell me, how long have you been doing this?
It's been more than 5 years.
Tell me.
Yes.
And okay, so what have you been working on? Do you have a specific part of your body you work on, or it is just a personal or like a general workout?
Yes, I want a general workout for my cardiological fitness. Not that I was too big before,
Okay.
but now look at my tummy.
Oh my, it is the...
Flatter, I'm fitter. I have more energy when I do things. And now when I work out, I don't feel much pain like I used to feel before.
Anymore. Meaning, if you just do this for the first time, or maybe you're still very new to it, you tend to feel a little bit of pain.
Yes.
But as time goes on, when you're used to it,
you get used to it. You get strength. You get more endurance.
I see. So okay, so tell me, what do you want to tell people how they're like if you're not used to exercising and hitting the gym and all?
Well, exercise is the best thing you can ever have. It's the best medicine for your body. Exercise is what is a food you give to your body.
Thank you.
And your body will thank you for it.
Thank you.
It's going to be a long time benefit. Some will come to the gym to just exercise for maybe they want to do birthday, they want to slay for their birthday, but that is not it.
Okay.
And exercise, getting fit has to be a part of your life. It's a way of life. It's something you do continuously.
Thank you very much. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you again for next week. Here with me is the instructor TJ. TJ and you're the one leading and we are following. Tell me about keeping fit. You know, a whole lot of people find it difficult to make it a routine. Why is that?
Yeah, good morning if you are at home. Yeah, the first thing for you to get the best from the exercise you do, you have to be passionate about it.
Passion?
Yeah, you have to get passionate about it. When you are passionate about it, that is when every other result will follow. Once you don't get passion for it, nothing comes. But once you are passionate about it, every benefit of exercise follows. That's what I can tell you. You make sure you are passionate about what you do for your body.
And I think with consistency, you can become passionate about it.
Definitely.
Consistency.
Once you have passion for it, you have to be consistent about it. It's the passion that will keep you moving, that will keep you to want to do more.
How long have you been doing this? Because I expect you know when we started working with you, I expected you to have like all those huge muscles, like big thighs, and what have you. So what is the secret to those ones who have those big muscles?
Yeah, it depends.
Okay.
Keep it fit, it depends on how you want it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can decide you want to build now.
Yeah, you can decide you want to go for a bulk muscle.
Okay.
You can decide to go for a kind of a lean muscle. You can see.
So this is a lean muscle.
Yeah, this is a lean muscle.
Okay.
This is how I want it, and I can tell you, majority of people around there, they prefer their body to be like this.
Exactly.
That's why I have to go for it. I have to go with the majority.
Oh yes,
this is how the perfect body you can have for us.
I had a nice time working with you. Like every bit of it is interesting, and I kind of noticed that from the beginning, the moment you started, you might start feeling pains all over your body. But the moment you get used to it, trust me, consistency is the key to keeping fit in it. Consistency, and then you just start getting passionate about it. Thank you so much for coming, TJ, and we appreciate you. We keep seeing you on Spring Delight.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
And please remember,
okay,
we are not doing this because we hate our body. We are doing this for the love we have for our body.
I like that.
And the day you start with exercise can never compare with ordinary. You can try it.
A day you don't start with exercise, you can't compare it with an ordinary day. Yes. And we are doing this because we love our body. Thank you so much. I like that face. We're going to order to it. Thank you so much, Baz. Beautiful morning to you, dear viewers at home. How are you doing? It is a beautiful Saturday morning, and it is the half of the month again. To all our Muslim brothers, we want to say happy Ramadan period. And to all our Christian brothers and sisters, we want to say happy Lenten season. May God give us all the strength, to see it through the end. Not every one of us are fasting. Not everyone has the grace. But then, yes, welcome to Spring Delight. This is Western Spring Television 190 DTT. Of course, my name is Ajibike and Jory Ojo. It's a delight to be here. And of course, I've got my co-host with me. Good morning, Femi.
Good morning, Jebs. It's a beautiful one, Ajibike. Is that something Queen I'm seeing this morning? What is the?
Okay, it is the Queen of Cruise and Totori. Do you know that's my radio name?
Oh, impressive!
Yeah. So
That's
when you
nice.
just get into the radio, you just say, "I want to say the Queen of Cruise and Totori."
Straight up. It's all cruise. No.
No, it's all cruise. It's all Totori. But then amidst all that, the idea is for anybody who cares to realize there's something to learn, because you can't just be catching cruise all
Exactly.
Even between the nonsense, there are things that actually
in
make
nonsense,
sense.
there's always sense.
Do you
definitely.
understand?
I like that.
So the idea is to have fun and learn at the same time.
Beautiful. So
And
it's a
you, on the
mixture.
other hand, the simple and smart presenter.
Simple, you have to make things simple. You don't have to be too extravagant in things. Just keep it simple, present it, and
I like this.
Yoruba we say shoki lobelge.
Preach wisdom, brother. Say hello to the viewers.
All right, it's a beautiful one this morning. Welcome to Spring Delight on Western Spring Television. I am Olufemi Alagon. It's going to be a wonderful time today. Again, good morning, and it's a beautiful weekend here. And I believe you can see our GBK is already prepared. And we're here to give you all the beautiful, a wonderful time together. So let's relax and enjoy the segment.
You, on the other hand, you're giving me like this this Delta vibe, making me remember the days of the South, where you have men, they just have their regalia and they have their hats on. We don't really get to see a lot of that here.
In Southwest, it's not that common. But then once you just, when you pass, once you enter Benin, the thing just changes.
It is like their thing.
It's their thing.
But then it actually looks
so I
really
decided
nice.
to. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. So of course it is Spring Delight, and we have so much outlined for you as usual. And today happens to be a different edition. I mean, when you have a new co-anchor like this, we tend to come up with something new just to spice up your viewing. I hope you follow up on us on our aerobic session. Hey, listen, the best way that you can take care of your body is by burning out those calories. You can't just be intaking today in and out and you are not burning them out, So take out your time, get used to fitness. And, it gets to a time when, when you start exercising at first, it comes out painful. You agree? Like you tend to start feeling pains all over your body.
The muscle is not used to that new system, so you get to be tired, exhausted.
The previous co-host here, shout out to you, Olatunde. We move ahead in life. I remember the first time we went to the gym together. We literally had to nurse him for like 6 months.
6 months.
I don't know what happened to his arm, and when he comes, we're always like, oh, so sorry.
I know you were the one that actually took him. You had to drag him there, right?
He's an adult, right?
Okay, he has the freedom of choice. But actually, you're the one that,
No, there was a touch of me there.
So make the confession.
But it gets to a stage where you outgrow all that. And the moment you start enjoying exercise, automatically you're halfway there already. And I think everybody, at least, if you're healthy, I kind of think you should get.
And I think I like this morning session. It was looking as if you were dancing, the stuff, you just up.
That's to show you. That's to show you. That's to show you I was enjoying it.
And I like the sequence bit that was following it too. There was a bit that was like, is she dancing or actually exercising?
Okay, listen. Have you been on a dancing aerobic session before?
Not really.
I think we need to bring that to the faces of our viewers. This is pure dance aerobics.
Wow.
Femi, you want to look forward to this one. You're going to be dancing and you're going to be exercising at the same time.
It's a mixture, so you won't get to feel the strain or the pain that comes with it.
And I need you to understand, like, when I am in the field like that, I really do enjoy aerobics,
that's beautiful.
So that's the whole idea.
I think we should try it out together.
We will. We're going to work towards that, definitely, and to the viewers' pleasure. So yeah, please get acquainted, get used to it, take care of that body, burn out all those calories, stay healthy. Trust me, it is good business. Okay, yes, you're sitting into Spring Delight and it promises to be exciting. Now, we are going to be going on our celebrity birthday break and today in history. So if today you might not be on our TV screens, but if today is your birthday or your birthday was in the course of the week, you need to understand that we celebrate you week in, week out, and you are a star irrespective of who you are. Okay, I kind of think this is a time for me to say to the people who are around us that should, in case you want to be celebrated on our TV screens, if you want your loved ones to be celebrated on our TV screens, we need you to understand that you can reach out to us. You can reach out to simply_Ajibs too, that you want your loved ones to be celebrated, and we are just going to be at your doorstep and you are going to be on our TV screens. And today in history, Femi, once upon a time, something has happened in our dear nation. Exactly. So our duty is to remind them of what it has been like. Okay, don't go nowhere. It promises to be exciting. And we are going to be right back. Okay, we're back. Femi, celebrity birthdays. Did I ask you last week, how do you love your birthdays?
Well, I can't really recall.
Okay, but how do you roll on your birthdays?
Well, for me, actually, birthdays are times of reflection. Although it depends on the mood that I'm in during birthdays. Sometimes, like my friends will say, "Guy, like my friends, I don't even do countdowns for birthdays. They're just like at the beginning, because I was born in the first month of the year. I'm a January person.
January, so. What are you?
Well, January 21st.
Wow, are you? Babe, I was. Oh my goodness, I'm a January too.
Oh, impressive!
So I kind of think, is it a January thing?
I mean, it could be.
Because me, on the other hand, too, my birthdays are sober days for me. You know, I just go into my shell at the time, and if I might not just be ready to pick phone calls. You know, I just don't disturb me. Let me
reflect.
You know, like
how have I been able to achieve all the years, and so I'll just be like, okay. Well, you know, because you can't do life all alone.
Definitely.
And you can, because this is how I feel. Not allow those who love you celebrate you. Most times you just get to be pulled out from my shell.
Yeah.
Come out. And then sometimes it's so exciting. Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
What's there? What's there for
I
can remember my last birthday. I was actually at work.
Okay.
So it was the day I had to be on duty. One of my friends was saying, "Oh, guy, you have to go to work again." I said, "We have to work."
Yeah.
Because if you say you want to do birthday and you won't go to work, so how do you get to feed?
Yes, right.
Whoever does not work, supposed not to eat.
Yeah, right.
So, but when you get to, so I went to work. I was just okay. It was just a normal day. You know, messages coming in. And most times on days like that, I sometimes maybe try to be offline, just stay away from one. But
I get you.
Before you know it, even if you are not celebrating yourself, people will celebrate
They're celebrating you already.
I remember the following day or so, somebody was working. They said, "Yesterday was your birthday." I said, "Yes." I said, "Yes." I actually saw the post. I was like, "Oh God." So most times it's more like a reflection. I have this thing I used to say. I say birthdays is actually, people tend to write +1. And I used to say actually it's more or less like -1 of the total summation of years you're supposed to spend. Let's say the duration God is actually giving you
100
is 100. Now it's by the time you clock a new age, that is a minus of the whole. It's not addition.
No, fair enough. I do get that.
So I was
that makes sense.
If it's minus, okay, with the numbers of the one I've spent now, this is a deduction. How well I've actually spent it. So this time of reflection, okay, how do we now, moving on, the remaining years now, how do I get to maximize it and make it profitable?
In addition to what you said, I actually do feel that way. That's I'm like, isn't like an Aquarius thing because most of the time, I mean, like my birthday this year, I'm a January 27, you know, and I just thought about my age here, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm actually getting older.
Definitely.
That is the only thing that keeps coming to my mind, you know. I went out yesterday and I got to where the bike guys are, and one said, yeah, evil landlord, that is, where are you going? I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, don't do that. You dare not call me. You can even call me Sissy or Omage, you know. But when I was going, so they started laughing and I was just moving. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I don't even need to tell people anymore.
It's that gradually.
No matter how young I think I look, I am actually like an ER already. I mean, I'm a mother. So, you know, so it's actually, I kind of think you're right about this. While some people on the other way around, it's a day for them to unwind seriously.
Yeah.
Like they will go extra length to celebrate themselves. So that is why we are different human beings.
Although actually it's all good for those who decide to go on the celebration aspect. It's your choice. If you like, you can blow it hard and party, do everything to celebrate and enjoy it. But the most important thing is, as much as we are celebrating or trying to reflect and reflect about our lives, the most important thing is we are doing what is needful and adding positivity to our society. It's not about just celebrating alone.
Fair enough.
How effective is your being in the world?
Yes.
What is your impact?
Are you impactful?
To your world? That's the most important thing.
Exactly. And this made me remember like a birthday of 4 years ago, you know, and my husband brought me a birthday cake in the house and my phone was blowing up and it just got overwhelming. I turned off my phone. Nobody could access me, and I had my cake alone, you know, and it was in the fridge. But all the same, shout out to everybody. I mean, it's always a delight to celebrate your existence, you know, in as irrespective, you might be in a sober mood, you might be in a hyper mood, you know, but our existence is actually worth celebrating. So shout out to all our celebrants of the week. Olamide, do you listen to secular music though?
No, not really.
Okay, so you don't listen to the likes of them, Olamide and all.
Really know much about
Shout out to Olamide's birthday is actually today. He's March 15 and I respect him so much. He's a legendary artist. You know, he has done very well for himself. He has brought up a whole lot of other young artists on board. And there we have the Northern actor.
Yes, Ali Nuhu.
You know, such a great
actor. I can remember while I was growing up, because you know I was born in the North actually.
Oh, you look like them.
Well, people do say that, you know, I will see some persons that will say you look like an Igbo. Some will see me say you look like a Northerner. So
yeah.
It's a mixture of, so when I say I'm from the North, they will say, oh, definitely.
If I could dye you black, you would look perfectly like them.
Oh, well, you know, there are fair Northerners.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, right.
So despite the fact with the harsh weather and all that, there are some that is just there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I can remember Ali Nuhu, who has been this kind of an actor who has made a childhood so interesting. You know, once he comes on screen, you'd be like, oh, this guy. No, it's easy if it's that. And well, shout out to him.
Yes, and of course we have Lil Kesh and the likes of them. So, and if you are not on our TV screens, you need to understand that we do celebrate you and wishing you a merry, happy birthday from here.
I like saying that you're actually the MVPs, most valuable personality, our esteemed viewers. And if your birthday is today, actually, we need to celebrate you and let you know that indeed you are worth being in this world, and keep making that impact you're making to make your own world a better place. And we celebrate you from all of us on Spring Delight, Western Spring Television.
Definitely. Okay, now today, like we said, we are not going to be bringing any guests on board. We have a whole lot we want to talk about. Today, we're going to be talking about family. And you know, when you talk about family, it's not just the family anymore. It is far deeper than that. In fact, it almost feels like something that you start with and you end with. So family is what you start your life with. You know, if family is bringing you forward into the world, and it's families are actually who digs you to the ground as well. So it's actually so deep.
At different phases, you get to go along with family. Before you're born into a family, you transition into another family when you start yours, and by the time you will exit the world, you exit from a family.
Oh, okay. I just took a deep breath. We are gonna go on a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about Yes, welcome back on Spring Delight on Western Spring Television 190 DTT. Remember, do well to follow up on us on our social media platforms. You just get to type Western Spring Television on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Western Spring Television, and we're going to be in your faces with our amazing content. Today, we are going to be talking about family, like we said. It is actually a very deep one because I kind of feel like over time, a whole lot of couples, a whole lot of family are losing touch of what family actually used to be all about, you know. And I mean, Femi, you said something. You said from the day you were born, you are born into a family.
Exactly.
Over time, as you transition, you create
your own family.
Exactly. And, you know, at the night time, you know, after you must have lived your life, the truth is at this point, you must have accumulated so much of family that, you know, but it's still the same family that are going to, you know, get you into the ground from where we are supposed to return to, you know. But over time, I've just realized that family, the blood is not actually what makes us related. The relationship we build every day is what makes, for someone like me though, let me just say this, for someone like me though, I've created some family for myself, aside my own family.
Aside blood-related.
The blood-related family,
exactly.
you know, because why I say a lot of us are losing touch of family is because even the siblings, is that every family that keep in touch the way it's supposed to be. I mean, these days you see families, they create WhatsApp groups because everybody is far and wide now. You know, some are in the diaspora, some are near you, some are far away. Even the ones that are near you, we are not having relationships anymore. I don't want to exempt myself. Talk less of the one that is far. Why we have some who still have the bond.
That cordial relationship.
So my question to you now, Femi, is what happened to cordiality in most families?
Well, I think the issue there is now let's talk about the aspect of work economy. Now, a lot of persons, you know, nowadays, due to the situation in the world generally now, not saying just in our state and our country, generally in the world. You know, let me bring this instance of those who just start family afresh.
Okay.
Now, you know, there are some persons that just getting married, maybe going on a break, on their honeymoon break, maybe from workplace, maybe a month, maximum 2 months. By the time they're done, the wife has her life in maybe, let's say, Abuja.
Yeah.
The husband has his life. Maybe let me go to South. Let me say Port Harcourt.
Okay.
After now, by the time to come to have the agreement of, okay, where should we settle down?
Okay.
The man is trying to make a life for himself. The woman is also a career person. And you see that after marriage, they have to live wide apart. Long distance relationship continues.
Okay.
So the aspect of making ends meet can also try to affect the cordiality of people living together. Now bringing it to the extended level now, just as you said, some persons living abroad, while some persons living in Nigeria. Now let me use this instance. There was a time I never knew that I had a distant cousin that were in the same school at the same we're in the same institution.
Okay.
And we stayed for over 3 years. We never knew.
Wow.
After we graduated.
You actually knew this person?
I knew the person. Like, we talk almost every week we see, but we never knew we were relatives.
Okay.
Or just because, okay,
was it a boy or a girl though?
A boy.
Thank God. Oh, thank God.
I can tell it was actually a boy.
Okay.
So now it was late after we graduated, life has moved on. One day he just chatted me up and was like, he sent me a picture of one of my uncles.
Okay.
Who actually happens to be his uncle too.
Okay.
It was now, do you know this person?
Oh my.
I just connected because my uncle's surname and his surname happens to be the
same surname.
I was like, hold on. What do you mean? Now I was like, okay, so that's how we got to know that we're actually related. No, the issue there is now, if not for the fact that he has a relationship with that uncle of mine, there was no way I would have gotten to know that actually we are in a way related or this and that.
I want to ask you this. Sorry to cut you short. I want to ask you this question because thank God, first of all, that it was not a girl. Because these are mistakes that we do.
Exactly.
And before you know what is happening, they are together and they are actually related.
Exactly.
But, you know, over time, Femi, I've actually realized it has deteriorated so bad. Not in every family. Some family are so distant right now. Do you believe like the family life throws at you that you're not related by blood? Do you as a person believe that sometimes there could be more of family to your blood related family?
More
useful, more impactful to you, even much more than your blood related family.
Well, it's families, as you said, is beyond just blood related.
Thank you.
Do you know there are some persons that you get to meet that unless they tell you we are not blood related, you won't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
That they live together, stay together, do everything together. That except in the inner circle, that's when actually we are not blood related. You know, there are some persons that they are just used to. They are accommodated. They can accommodate as long as their values align. As long as you see that this person is welcoming, and see that this person is also respectful and able to abide by what we believe in. Why not? So it's beyond saying we are blood related.
Yes.
As long as we can live together. Yeah. As long as you see that, okay, there are some persons that right from maybe high institution, you get to meet, and from there,
you just kickstart life.
People who get to see you think you're actually blood related. But in real sense, you're not.
Okay.
So it's more than just saying that we are blood related. Yeah. Family has gone beyond saying it is blood related.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to take us back a bit to everybody that is watching me right now. I want to go into the bit of the nuclear family. I mean, what are the stages? We have the nuclear and we have the extended family. Exactly. So now I want to go into the nuclear family where we have the father, the mother, and the children. Okay. Now, from my own knowledge, what I am seeing right now is not every family, nuclear family, are still nuclear. Some nuclear now have gone very extended. I kind of think it comes from the aspect of the man, because the woman, on the other hand, a married woman, let me say this, is actually like very confined to her immediate family because she has to look out for the man. She has to look out for the children, her place of work, and back home it's like a routine.
Well, it actually depends. Not all. There are some women that actually go beyond their nuclear family.
Tell me.
Especially, let's say, for example, those who get to, there are some women that actually are firstborns. There's this responsibility that lies on children, especially who actually firstborn, that you still have to cater. And that also has to do with the support of her man.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a very serious thing when you have a first child. And by the time she gets married, she's just ostracized, taken out of her initial family. Who gets to take care of the younger ones coming up? Maybe they're still trying to get life for themselves and she's actually responsible for their life. But by the time she gets married, the husband just wants her to be out completely. And that's part of the things that need to be clarified. So it sometimes doesn't work for all women.
Fair enough.
There are some that who have to, as much as they are responsible for their man, responsible for their children, they also have to be responsible for their family, that's the extended family, their own brothers.
Yes.
Her own brothers,
siblings.
Our siblings.
Yeah.
Have parents too, as much as they're still very much alive. It's her responsibility, which also needs the cooperation of her husband.
And it saddens my heart because in as much as we want to believe that's the way it ought to be, it actually happens that there are still some women who are not at liberty to do these things, when you look at some wives, it almost feels like they are just confined to their family alone. And I just need to get this off my chest that every man needs to be supportive of the wife, as in to allow women who happens to be your wife to be accommodated, like every of the family, and not just be left behind. You get what I mean, right? Because I still see a lot of women who are confined to their family alone. And when I talk about confinement, it is not even just reaching out to our extended family. It is having use of her time for fun. I've seen men who have, it is a man's world, and men just go out of their way. They can have a good time for as long as they want. And they will lose touch of having those same quality time with their family. How did we get there, Femi? Because now women, majority of women, trust me when I tell you this, they cannot explore as much as they would want to. That is the gospel truth. While the men have access to their day-to-day life without no restraints. And you see some men, I'm talking about men who are out there, not those ones that close and they are rushing back home. there are some who are there in the street and they start losing touch of quality time with family. How do we get there? Then you have boring women out there in the streets, boring children who are not enjoying quality times with their fathers. How did we get there?
Now, I think the first thing we should look at is the aspect of proper communication. Now, that you know, as a man, you have this sense of responsibility on you that you need to cater for your family, you need to provide for your wife and your children, despite either the wife is working or she's a full housewife.
Okay, a full housewife? Please don't even go there, but okay.
Well, no, you screamed full house. So actually, there are people, even in this dispensation, that still
right?
do.
Yeah.
Now, the issue is, despite the fact that you get to have people like that, there is this responsibility on men. So the push is always on them. I need to fend for my family. I need to provide for them. However, the wife is actually losing that cordial relationship with her man. But the question is, how well does she communicate to him? Because sometimes somebody will say, I know be winch.
Okay.
I know if you know it's in your mind.
I've heard this one before.
Me. So if you don't get to tell your man that this is, hi guy, my love, I'm missing you. I'm not like, I'm
missing quality time.
You're not spending time with, and you know, it could be her love language. When you don't communicate, quality time could be her love language.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't communicate it to him, there's no way he will get to know. Although I used to say something, I said the way you get a woman is the way you will get to sustain her. Let's say maybe he got to have her by giving her quality time. He was always there those were the days he was still wooing her. He could stay with her on calls for 2, 3, 4 hours due to the fact that the distance, the proximity wasn't there. And maybe by the time they got to be close, they can spend 3, 4 hours together gisting and discussing. But now you're married, you have a sense of responsibility that you need to provide for her.
Yeah.
So that has detached you and made you distant from her. And she's not communicating. He will be thinking that he's giving her what she wants. But in the real sense, she's missing him. She's feeling lonely. She's feeling isolated. So the issue is, I feel it's more like getting to discourse. Sit him down. Talk to him. Tell him how you want to be loved. I want quality time with you. Then the other aspect is also the issue of the man also and the people who are influencing him. You know, there are some persons that all they love is spending time with their friends outside.
Yeah.
So all they want is when they just close at work. Some persons prefer leaving the office and going to somewhere to go and relax.
Yeah.
And by the time it's around 10, 11, when they know that the children might have even
gone to bed,
they'll just come in, sleep. And as early as 7 in the morning, they're out again.
Yes, right.
So before you know it, the children even don't get to have this
quality time
feeling with their, and even on weekends like this, when you're supposed to, okay, fine, you're done with the day's work from Monday to Friday, you're back home. You don't even get to, on Saturday morning, when you're supposed to relax, maybe take your family out on a dinner date, anything.
Yeah.
All you just do is you wake up in the morning. That's when you remember that, oh, I love sporting. You just
go out for sport.
By the time you're done with sports, you know that, okay, I have to visit a friend. And by the time, even on weekends,
do you know the reason why I keep emphasizing on quality time? Because some nuclear family, they actually do give themselves time. Just find out like they're actually together, even in the same house, but there is no quality time. Now, what is my definition of quality time? We are in an era where social media has taken over completely. Imagine looking at a husband who is just there, you know, probably in the sitting room or the dining area or even confined to his bedroom, and all that he's doing is probably scribbling on his phone, you know, just having 1 or 2 chats and phone calls. Would you call that quality time? Because I've seen men who will tell their wives like, come on, I'm in the house now. You want to see me? I am home here. I'm pressing my phone. I'm just doing my own thing, and you are there.
I would call that being present yet absent.
Fair enough.
Because you know that I and you can be discoursing, but in the real sense, I'm just there physically.
I'm not present.
But my mind is gone. I'm present physically, but I'm totally absent. And by the time you just said,
no, because we need to clarify. We need to clarify this too. That you can't be present yet absent. Yes, we need to clarify it.
Definitely, like you can be physically present, but in the real sense, you're absent.
You're not there.
Now, for example, now maybe you're communicating and I'm communicating with you. I need a feedback. How you get to know is when you don't give me the needed feedback.
Exactly.
Like, this person is just here physically. And so it's beyond, and that's where technology gets to affect us. You know, the father is on his iPad or on his phone doing one thing or the other. You know, weekends. Let me put it. I'm emphasizing like weekends. You know, some persons have to travel far due to work during the weekdays.
Yeah, and they come home for the weekend.
Even if you don't get to have time with your family during the week, weekend is a time when you can sit down, like stay off technology. It's not just about work every time. You know, the excuse some persons give is, I have deadlines to meet.
Yes, right.
On weekends, at least, even if it's 2 hours, 3 hours, spend with them. Get to know what is happening with your son. Get to know what's happening with your daughter. Let them have a feeling of a father. And the same thing applies to the mother too.
Yes,
because you know,
I was going to talk about that because it almost feels like at some point the woman just blank out and she's just focused on her work, the children, and the home. It becomes so monotonous and so uninteresting, you know. What happened to the baby girl attitude? It almost feels like at some point women tend to lose that, you know. Meanwhile, every man still wants the baby girl that he married, you know, especially this our Gen Z husbands, you know. So what happened? Sometimes in my head, I understand that it can be very overwhelming from the woman's perspective because, I mean, she has like a whole lot of workloads now, you know. So, but I kind of feel like women too are losing touch of the, let me use the word sexiness of what it used to be like from the inception. And most of the time I understand it's the workload, but I want to believe like women too should actually adjust that part. It actually makes the husband have a reason to long for home. But what comes to my mind is what happened to family traditions?
I was actually coming to that.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that you can use to spice up family time is trying to create this family tradition kind of a thing. And you know when you get
what are your definitions for family traditions?
Well, this has to do with like something you just create for yourself. It could be a weekly, a particular kind of celebration that is just unique to your family.
Alone.
A kind of monthly vacation. You just you have like maybe on a monthly basis or annually, there's a place you get to go that the children are also longing.
They're longing for that particular celebration.
Maybe it's just a particular month, or maybe it's during dad's birthday, or during mom's birthday, or during the first child's birthday. There's something we do. So every time they are looking up to that very particular time. That once the time comes, we get it. Even by the time they get to grow old and leave,
they will remember.
They'll call home. They'll be like, "Mom, Dad, I actually miss this." You know, and this will even it's something that can continue even in the era of technology.
Fair enough.
You know, you can get to do video conference calls. Okay, fine. We're not together physically now. This is the fact that you've transitioned, maybe you traveled out or proximity. And you get to, okay, fine. It's our usual tradition as a family. We do this, all right. We put a conference call on everybody. And it's something that excites. It remains sustained.
So what we are saying now is every family needs to imbibe the act of having family traditions.
Yeah, because it's something that people get to look up on.
And they and I think that we actually should. Now let's talk about, there is still so much to talk about in the area of family. We've spoken about the need for men to not just be present, but be present, fully present, exactly. You know. We've talked about the need of family to come together, you know, create family traditions for themselves, you know. It could even be like a once in a month thing, you know, because it can never be too much. Because by the time we start getting old, you know, a lot of these things might really not have the strength to do them anymore. But the memories
it's very important you create that memory while you can.
And you know, it's beautiful because you're inculcating something into the hearts of your children.
And that's what they will continue with when they get to create their own family.
Do you get it? So I kind of feel like I want to hold strongly to that. I mean, look at it in the Western world, for example. I still know we're going to deviate into the extended family. I just want us to limit it to here. But I want to take us into the Western world, you know, like neighbors. You realize when you have a new neighbor in the streets, you see them, they get like a pie baked, you know. It could be like a bottle.
Like a sense of welcoming them to the compound.
You know, now I want to bring it into the family, you know. What happened? What happened to when a father is coming home? You just come with something interesting for both your wife and your children. You know, it is actually a very beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
You know, something happened weeks back. Children, see, parents, the moment you start raising children, they don't really care so much about the things that you say. they care so much about what they see. Those are the things that sticks in their head. You know what happened? My husband came back and he bought ice cream. You know, he gave the children, and it was like, oh, that is for you too. It was the small kind of ice cream, not the normal ones you buy at the,
it's not about the
so
size.
No, I'm actually bringing in something, and the children, they were like, Daddy bought you ice cream. Daddy loves you so much. It's stuck in their head.
Exactly.
So there was a particular time
communicates the message
to them, and that's why I say they care more about what they see. So there was a day I was having a conversation with them. I think I was angry. I was upset about something, and my mom was like, "But he bought you ice cream." Few days ago. It just stuck in my head. Oh, okay. So they actually practice
like that.
What you preach.
It's beyond saying, I love mommy, I love mommy. How do you do it? Show us. Let's see it.
So automatically, this is the same thing they're going to see probably when they see a daddy in the kitchen just seated with mom. This is what they're going to see when they see mommy giving daddy a massage.
And it creates that sense in them that by the time I grow up, this is how to do things. They will not just be like, okay, this is how my mom. Some persons, when they do some things, you ask them, why are you doing this? They will say, that's how my mother does it. That's how my father does it. Like for a man, let's say for a man now, maybe he grows up in a place where the father is just an authoritarian. And by the time he tries to start his own family, it would just be like, maybe when his friends or some person is trying to talk to him, why are you doing this? Like, is there anything bad in that?
This is what I grew up with.
So if we want to create a different society, if we want to make that change, then we need to leave it out, not just saying it. This is how you should do things. No, don't tell me this is how I should do things. Practice it. I will learn by seeing you doing it.
This is definitely a wake-up call. Children, because they are actually the future. We are the future of our parents, and these children we are bringing forth are the future of us. They are moved by what they see. If my 4-year-old child could remind me that, Daddy bought you ice cream, you can't say you don't. You have this, you can't be mad at him, I kind of feel like this is a time where we have to put a whole lot of things aside. And I want to believe it's not just the men alone, but there is so much. Who do you think built a home, the family? Let me throw this at you. Do you think it's the father or the mother?
Well, for me, I will say both. It's the duty of both the father and the mother because they both have their unique roles.
Everyone should dispatch their duties.
Everyone should dispatch their duties. It should not be solely on
daddy or on
mommy or on daddy. Mommy should do her part. Daddy should do his part. And if anyone fails to do this, definitely the gap over there.
There is definitely going to be a problem, And talking about family, I want to emphasize on this again. Let us not lose touch of what family is actually all about. Quality time. I spoke about something now. I just pinched on it. I said, imagine your children watching mommy give daddy a massage. Watching daddy doing the same thing. This is things that seldom happen. Watching dad and mom just chit-chatting outside and you just gather your children and there is food on the table. I kind of think these are the kind of stuffs we need to imbibe in our children now because it's so cold outside. And the earlier they start realizing that there has to be this love and bond amongst family, it's going to shape them into growing. I want us to talk about extended. Next, I would want us to go on a short break. Let's have some spring facts. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about extended family and how to deal with them.
Spring the Light on Western Spring Television. And today's discussion on family, and I believe you've been enjoying it all. We have been trying to trash out with RGBK here. Yes, we're talking about the family and how it talks about relating to family time, and we said we want to talk about the extended. Yeah, you're saying something about the extended family.
Yeah. I just wanted to just dabble into it a little bit because the nuclear family are those ones you sleep and you wake up with every day, right? Those ones that are your go-to person at any time.
You see them virtually every time.
Do you get it?
Yes.
And in case anything goes wrong or goes right, they're supposed to be the first set of persons that you speak to, Although a lot of people are even losing touch of that too. But I don't want to dabble into that yet. The extended family, how close do you think they should be with your immediate family? Because these days, it is coming to an extent whereby you at least see cousins and nephews come around anymore. Those days there used to be like a full house. You know, you have people, you have my auntie's child came from school. You even have your parents, for example. Now, I want to ask you this directly. How much or how close do you think the extended family should be with your immediate family?
Now, I feel it depends on how influential extended family is to your immediate family.
Okay.
Now, but your immediate family should actually be your topmost priority, because they are the ones you get to meet every time. Whatever happens, your immediate family happens to be the one to come in for you at first before the extended family gets to hear about it. Now, you know, some extended families, when you talk about third party,
Yeah.
third party to an extent is beneficial, and to some extent can be detrimental.
Fair enough.
Now, it is the way you get to allow your family, that's your nuclear family now, to be exposed to your extended family that will affect the way they'll be able to influence your family. So now, if you see that the influence, now, the way you access or grant access to the extended family can be on levels.
Okay.
Okay, this very particular person, maybe this uncle or this auntie or this cousin,
parent?
yes, or this parent is influential to my family positively. The level of access you will grant might be more
Okay.
than another level that you feel that this will be more like a bad influence to my family. So you can give a kind of restriction. So it depends on the level of impact that very said extended family member is having
On the
your
family. Okay. I kind of think, let me just press a pin on that, because I totally agree with you. It is just good, you know when to bring them close and know when to bring them afar. So now, coming back to our family, now, how do we unwind? Femi, do you think parents' family still has the time to come together and unwind the way we are saying it? It is so cold and soft outside. So what are these things, what are these modes of unwinding that we can actually have that you think it can cost us nothing? I mean, it's just, we are just being nonchalant about it.
Well, I feel that unwinding is more like a personal thing.
Okay.
It's something that a father should take time out to do. A mother should take out time to do.
So also map it out together.
Well, it's a thing that has to do with you yourself. You know, the level of stress you go through in the week differs.
Fair enough.
The stress is not a family thing.
Fair enough.
But you can, as a father, you as a mother, you can help your children, or you can help your husband, or you can help your wife to unwind.
Okay.
So it's a thing that it has to be done you yourself. So now you have to find, now as a family, now bringing it, because you're asking it on the point of view of a family.
Yes.
Okay, now like on levels whereby you get to go through the stress for the week, or let's say the stress for the month, and okay, I just want to unwind and relax. You can decide to just pick out a particular exercise. Okay, fine. Can we just, all of us, stay out of technology? Can we just
beautiful.
pick out something? Okay, you can even create a kind of a game,
like
or
a family game.
A family game or a family contest.
Yeah.
Okay, if now our family members, that's the book we want to read. Maybe you've inculcated the habit of reading to your children, and they love reading. Just bring out a beautiful story, like a beautiful novel that has a catchy story.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's what we are reading this weekend, and after that we'll have a family review. You know, that with that, everybody's set us of technology and all that. Just sit, okay, and you know, by the time you get to put in maybe a gift attached to it, the best reviewer gets this. You know, it becomes a competition amongst the children.
And that could become a family tradition.
So before you know it, the first child, the second child, oh, I want to beat
Fair enough, I love
my
that.
brother this time around. And before you know it, it creates this kind of sense in them. You know, they stay off their phones.
Yes.
That causes eye strain and all, because when you stay so long on your phone, it affects your eye and all that. They get to stay off, just concentrate, and it builds their IQ as well. As much as they are getting to get information, they're also trying to unwind and relax. And you can also take them out.
No, don't take that from me. Let me give you one tip again, you know, as a parent. That's a beautiful tip. I must say that's a very beautiful one. I mean, get it to create games, you know, it can actually become a family tradition. What about the era of, you know, you just have your family there at the comfort of the sitting room. It could be in the compound. You just have like a fake microphone if there's no real one, you know. And it's just like a singing spree, you know, where daddy could just be saying, you know, man, you guys are not.
You use the baritone.
You are not known to sing very well.
Men can sing.
Excuse
no, don't worry. One day, me and you will go on a contest of singing. I think we should bring some instrument one of those days to that Spring Delight show, and we'll just make it a singing contest.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm daring you to it. our viewers at home are listening.
I really do like the sound of that, but it is known that most men do love music. They might not know how to sing, but then it is the fun that counts, like family just coming together and there's like a singing competition going on there. That is supposed to go.
I said that is supposed to say do re mi. No. Do re. You just.
Is that what you're going to sing, Femi?
Don't worry about on that day. No, don't worry. Let me just keep it. Let me just keep it cool.
So Daddy just picks a song and he sings it and he's vibing to it. You're not killing the beat, Mommy is coming in. She's adding another one and she's going. And the children are doing this and they're singing too. I think that can actually go on. And trust me, it relieves stress. There is so much stress going on that most of the time, couples, family, listen to this. Most of the time, I kind of think going out there might not be what eases your stress. In fact, on the contrary, they could add more to the stress. Because imagine a man who's supposed to come home like at an earlier time in the evening, and get on a singing competition or singing spree with his family. You are out there at a pub and you're drinking, you're giving yourself sleepless nights, you're having conversations that are really not gainful. I mean, I beg to differ. I was having a conversation with a man, a family man, I can't say he's a poor person because if you have like 3 cars in this economy and you have buildings, not just your residential ones, I don't think that man is a poor man, And I asked him, this is a man that uses this model, this generation cars that could worth nothing less than 15 million, And he said something. He said, when he goes out with some of his friends, they complain that you need to change this car. This car is getting old. You need to match up. Use like a car worth, like a 35 million, 40 million car. And he's like, he cuts down on friends like that.
He has to.
He said because the more he hangs out with them every day, he's going to start seeing the car he drives as a problem.
And it creates a pressure in him.
Thank you.
Because you either he likes it or not, it's unconsciously he gets pressured. And every time he wakes, most likely that's the first thing he's going to think about.
Think about my car. I need to change, be productive in something else. And when he said this, I was stupefied and I was just looking at him. He said he had to, nobody advised him on this. He said he had to cut away from these friends. He said because the more he hangs out with them every day, he's going to have a problem. He said there are some friends who will not call him aside from 8 p.m. What do they want to do? He said they have like a bag in front of them. They just want to go out into the street, have a good time and spend money and all that. But he said he has quality time and he has better things rather to do with his time and money. So now, are we now saying that even going out there, sometimes do you realize it? Would you agree that it does not even ease the stress?
It's stressing. Like going out sometimes is stressing. By the time you come back, instead of you to have relaxed and feel relieved, you get stressed the more. You come back more tired. You're left out tired. You're returning more tired.
You are returning more tired. But it's the sleep you're not supposed to get. We're still going to go into the aspect of sleep though. Now the sleep you're supposed to get to relax, it becomes a no-no because before you know what is happening, it is morning already.
That's where the purpose of going out is defeated.
It's defeated. So what are we saying? Sometimes the relaxation you think you're getting from outside, it is actually a no-no. You can actually get and you really don't value it until you actually make it an habit.
Exactly.
It might not come.
By the time you're starting, it might be this kind of uncomfortable. You don't get used to it. It's strange to you.
Yes.
But by the time you continue,
you
gradually just keep doing it. Just one more. Just tell yourself just one more this week. Do it. After you're done this week, tell yourself again just one more. Before you know it, it becomes a habit.
Yes, exactly.
Once it's built, just keep going.
Exactly. So this is the point. The point is most of the things you're looking for out there, they are just there in the comfort of your home. But a lot of us are just nonchalant and we are not patient enough to explore them. Now talking about sleep.
But before we go to sleep,
copy that.
I'm talking about this unwinding thing. What do you see about painting contest as a family? Now,
do you think every family, for someone like me, if you have to have a board like in front of me and I have to scribble with, like with a paintbrush, I don't know what I'm going to do. But is that the fun of it?
That's the fun.
Oh my goodness.
By the time you get to, you'll be like, okay, fine. Draw the person in front of you. I just draw something. By the time you see yourself, you'll be like, what? Is this how I look? That makes you laugh and ease out stress.
I do understand. Okay, that is beautiful.
Like, this is that, you just get a small material, get a cardboard. You don't need a lot to spend it. Just get just simple paints and be like, okay, fine. Let's do a contest today.
I like that.
Maybe let's say a family of 4 or family of 5. Okay, you draw this person, you draw this one. Okay, fine. Face yourselves and start. Just you time yourselves. And by the time everybody show me your painting,
It just comes out,
I'll be like, God, is this how I look?
And it could get so beautiful that you could actually
And
like
it's a
just
skill you're developing like that.
even it might not even be a skill to develop because Yoruba will say I want kontibo, like you can't go back
That's
to
a
your
lot.
another law, thank you, but you could actually have like a wall of painting in your house
Exactly.
drawn by daddy, by mommy, and
By the time you come back to say, be like,
and even in years to come, even when the children are grown, they could still have pieces of these pictures and it makes memories and they feel like, oh no, daddy, when we were younger, we used to do this. It was a tradition. And
it's something you can show to your children,
and,
their grandchildren.
and begin with them too. Oh my goodness, I really do love that. I hope you are picking up on these tips. At the end of the day, it's just like it's a matter of determination.
Exactly.
Just like we talk about the aerobics thing, the moment it starts with so much pain, good things they say doesn't come what?
Doesn't come easy.
It doesn't come easy. But the moment when you start exercising, your body start feeling pains, at some point you start to enjoy it. And I kind of think the same thing is applicable, to this family unwinding tips. Can we call it that?
Yeah, exactly.
This family unwinding tips that we are giving you, they're actually things that can work. I'm even going to hold on to that. I'm really looking forward to it. And I kind of think like we should always imbibe all that. Now, let me come back to this. Picture taking. A lot of families, you don't see them just, okay, let us go for like a photo shoot. In fact, you might not even be like a family, you might not go to a photographer shop to even do that, You can always just go out, maybe where you are.
Just like we said last week in one of the show when we had our photographer as our guest.
Okay.
I was asking him with the era of sophisticated phones. You don't need to go to a studio to say you want to have a shot. You can do it in the comfort of your house. You get it.
Fair enough. So yeah, you could always get somebody, okay, today, or whatever it is we are doing at home today, we're going to be taking pictures.
You're recording, you do like short videos, pictures, and just make it like a reel.
Guys, family is beautiful, but it takes hard work. And in my head, as we speak right now, I kind of feel like a whole lot of us are running or avoiding the hard work, or we don't even know the level of the hard work that we are supposed to put into building a beautiful.
I can't agree less to, what you just said. One thing is this, what tends to be beautiful on the outside is actually your work on the inside. Because when you see a family that you so much love and appreciate, I like their
lifestyle.
There is something they're doing it's just like when you see two lovers and you're like, I love their relationship. There's actually a lot of work going on in the background.
At the background.
That they would never tell you.
Which a lot of couples are actually avoiding, especially in the part of our men. I don't want to be, I'm not one-sided here. Trust me when I say that.
Well, it's on both sides, actually.
I agree. I can't agree less, But our men, the instances of going out, you can't find a responsible woman going out every day, coming back late and getting all tired and messed up. This is the gospel truth, But our men, most of the time, the women are confined. I keep saying this. No matter how hardworking a woman is, except the one that probably has a job that takes her out of town, that she probably has babysitters taking care of our children and what have you. Most of the time, women, they go back to their children, yes or no? So it is the father who comes home later on, So this is the point where I said most of the things we are looking out for outside, especially the men, they're actually there at the comfort of your home. And I kind of agree less on what you said, that when you see couples who seem, there is no perfect family there, but when you see them looking like all put together and like the envy for you, trust me, there's a whole lot of hard work going on there. Now let's talk about sleep. Talking about family, let's talk about sleep. Do you think we are still in the era where couples should sleeping together as couples, like a husband and a wife? Do you think it initiates closeness, or the mommy should just sleep in a separate room and give daddy some privacy, and daddy give mommy privacy while the kids are on your home? What's your take on that?
Well, I'm still single, so I would not say much. No,
if you eventually, you are a man in the making, and you dominate the home, whether you like it or not. No, what's your take on that?
My take on that is, when you get married, what other privacy do you want? That's a question. Although it's actually, I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
It depends. There are some times whereby the woman might need some privacy. There's sometimes the man might need some privacy. However, aside that, what you are married.
Yeah.
The Holy Book says that you all become one. You get?
Yes.
You become one, the man and the woman become one. So in that situation, what other privacy can you say?
So you're saying as a family there should be no privacy.
There shouldn't be privacy. You and your man, you and your woman should be together. Like, okay, fine. On this, as I said, I stand to be corrected. You have your choice to make. But for me, on my own side, I feel you're together, you're one. What's the essence of privacy?
Okay, now before I even delve into the sleeping thing, I can agree less too. But me, I kind of believe that it should be like a flexible thing. To me, though, I kind of feel there are times when daddy could just go to mommy's room, and they are there, they end up there. There are times mommy should go to daddy, and there are times you just have kids. It's not, I don't feel it should be like it should be the woman going to the husband's room, very rigid, Daddy, you can always switch, just go to mommy's room.
Daddy can initiate the sleep. Let me just use it that way. Mommy can initiate the sleep. Anybody.
Okay, I'm enjoying this conversation today, truth be told. But yeah, let me emphasize on that again. From my end though, I don't think it should be like a fixed thing, sometimes daddy go to mommy's room, the two of you should be there, mommy, the other way around, and sometimes you could just have the children there on the bed.
Exactly.
Especially
let me ask you something.
Ask me.
Do you observe siesta?
I'm not going to lie to you. Over time, I've actually realized that if you don't observe siesta, something is going to happen and you're going to have to observe siesta. If I sleep,
beyond the normal siesta itself. Because this vocabulary.
I sleep at any opportunity that I have, because I've been there. I've been at a level whereby I've worked myself out. I'm so worked out and worn out. And when the body calls for it, you're gonna break down.
Because this vocabulary of siesta is actually going to oblivion. Like it's rare you hear people say that again, because every time is work.
Oh no, I'm different.
Work.
Oh no,
work.
No, I totally disagree with that. And yes, if you're still on that level of you just want to work and work and work and the little opportunities honestly, I just pity our men again. I'm still going to go into that aspect, especially for those who their life is based on like the nightlife thing. It is not about today. One thing I've learned over time is it is not even about today. It is about what is going to happen tomorrow. Everything that you are robbing your body of, it is definitely going to tell at some point or the other. The sleep you're not giving your body now, by the time in the evening time, we are in the afternoon time of our time like this. Soon we're going to get into the evening time, then the night time, or when your bones are weak. Everything you have robbed your body of in the past is going to backfire at this time, whether you like it or not.
And the issue is some persons will say, I actually want to rest. But the sleep is not coming.
Because you have so made the body so used to a particular routine that it is now becoming very rigid and unadjustable.
What I used to say to people like that is, even if it's not coming, just lie down. Be comfortable. Use it to meditate.
And before you know what,
you're gone.
That body will start relaxing.
That's it. But because you're on your phone or you're on your tablet or you're on your system, be like, go and sleep. When the sleep comes,
it's not going to come because you've not relaxed.
Working. Your mind is working. Your brain is working.
Yeah.
And you expect that the sleep will come. I'm trying to do something here. Once you sleep, I will sleep when the sleep comes. It will never come.
Yeah.
But by the time you just, okay, fine, set everything aside. Just get to rest. Even if it's just to sit down, just close your eye and just be there. Before, some persons will say, I was just lying down, and before you knew it,
I slept off. Gone. Yeah.
If you don't take that lying down, let me speak it in
the layman's language.
If you not lie down,
you not feel sleep.
The sleep no will come.
Okay, this is very much interesting, and it is actually a statement of fact. If you don't lay that body down, you are not going to get that sleep, and you need to start changing the routine of your body too. It gets to. My mom was a retired teacher, and growing up, she said for the 35 years she was in service. She said she woke up 3 a.m. every day.
Imagine.
For those 35 years. Now, because she as a teacher, she needs to wake up. She said, myself and my younger brother, she said we resumed the daycare after 1 month.
Imagine.
So she has to wake up back, and then there was no diaper. It was the nappy thing, and she's so clean, She would wake up, there was no washing machine, of course. She washed them, everything is clean. She has packed it.
And in that time, you now see clothes heaped up like.
But she will not even keep them. She said she washes every day. Because she's not the kind of a mother who wants a nappy to stay like to the next day. And trust me, when she retired, I will tell you this, Femi, she sleeps easy now because her body was used to a particular routine. You know, thank God she didn't break down. And at this time now, she's giving the body rest that she deserves. Now, would you believe some men will be done with this? They're 35 years in service as a civil servant. At the time when they're supposed to be home relaxing, that is when they will wear their clothes and they still want to be in town. They want to be outside.
They want to start rocking life.
They want to start rocking life. Everything you deprive your body of at the youthful age, it is definitely going to tell at the night time.
Exactly.
This is the gospel truth. And whether you like it or not, what we are telling you right now actually is self-care. Because if you do care for yourself, I kind of think that there are some things you will prioritize more, yes or no?
No, Ajibike, I want to, well, it's true what you said just now.
Yes.
I was actually having a line of thought on the issue of this rest thing.
Yes.
You know, some persons are saying that I think the influence of the third party, now talking about third party, friends, colleagues at work, or anybody that gets to, you know, have your time.
Okay.
Some persons due to that deprives them of the ability to rest and also have time with their family. What can you say about the concept of, you know, the boundaries you get to set to have your own personal time?
Now, boundaries you get to set to have your own personal time, because there's some friends that will just put a call across to you. There's some family that will put a call across to you and you just get up straight away
and you move,
and deprive
regardless of whatever
it is that you were doing. Hey, I kind of think like it is about time every human being, you prioritize yourself and your family first, you know, because you can't be, for example, in the comfort of your home. Now, listen, you are in the, let me paint a scenario.
Okay.
You are in the comfort of your home. For example, I will use the rest as a second example. You're in the comfort of your home. You know within yourself as a man, because this is just applicable to a man, because it's going to be very difficult for you to call a woman who is enjoying the comfort of her husband and children, then she should pick up.
Except you're looking for trouble.
Except you're looking for trouble, exactly. No, but as a man, you know, your wife is enjoying the comfort of you being home and you're really present, and the children, and deep within you, you know what this friend is calling you for. It is nothing gainful. What this family member
or something you can do another
time. What this family member is calling you for is something that you can actually do another time. A conversation you can have another time. A meeting you can have another time. A talk for other days, you know. If it's something that can be said on the phone, but just because you are so flexible and easily manipulated. Do you know people who are easily manipulated?
Of course.
Do you realize they take that as an advantage on individuals?
And because they've studied you, they've seen that there's a way we can enter him and just...
And he's just gullible like that. And you just pick up your keys if you have one, you just pick up your clothes and you go. Hey, let me tell you something. That is a wrong way to live. In fact, whoever raised such a person, I don't know. I can't say thank you.
Well, you know, I think it's more like maybe the person was trained, but he decided not to pick up the training.
It is, okay, it is a two-way thing. Because sometimes we are the product of how we were brought up.
Exactly.
Whether we want to believe it or not, there's always a trait.
Or sometimes you choose not to pick up what you would actually thought the right way. And some persons are actually lucky to have good parents who train them well. Okay. But they just decide to go the other way.
And sometimes too, we are a product of how we were brought up, you know.
Exactly.
So I don't believe any human being should operate like that. If you are operated like that, automatically, if you are a man, I don't think I would not call such a person a man. Because I even have men, we have men who, when they are in the comfort of their homes, they just put their phone on D&D.
That's it.
Don't disturb me.
By the time
I'm ready for you, I'm gonna. How do you want your partner? How do you want the children to feel? And even deep within you, do you have a sense of satisfaction that you left the fun, the joy you're giving your family at the time for something that is not gainful?
Even if that thing continues, like repeatedly, it gets to the point that the family will not have the joy in doing it, because you are not there from the end. It's like having a start and not having a finishing. They never can tell. Anything can happen.
Exactly right.
Well, if we say we should start this now, he could get a call again and he would just
go.
So by the time you're trying to, okay, let's be together, they will just be there just for their sake. Yeah. Having the feeling that anything can happen.
It might go at any time. Every family, every couple, every husband, every wife, every children, they always look forward to having quality times. But if they're not getting it, that is when we get used to not having it, which is not actually a good thing. So in respect to your question, if you're the kind of a man or a woman that anybody can just call you, where are you? just home, I'm relaxing with my family. Okay. We are in so place. We need you to come right now. That is just I kind of feel it's an undisciplined human being that can move like that. Do you agree with me?
I totally agree.
Undisciplined human being.
You don't have self-control on yourself.
On yourself.
At least you should have authority. If you can have authority on any other person, you should have authority on yourself.
On yourself.
You should be able to say, I am not doing this, and you stand by it. And as some persons will say, no is a no.
Exactly.
If I say no, I mean no. Regardless of whatever. I can remember while I was young,
okay.
I do try that on dad, as children.
Yes, okay.
We sometimes try to run some stuffs on our parents.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, I need something. I can just say, Dad, I want this. Can you help me with this? He might say no. Later again, maybe after 2 days, I'll come back again. Dad, like it was actually subconscious being a child.
Okay.
I now got conscious at a point when he would just tell me, don't pressure me on this. So I started, this is actually an act of pressure. Because as a child, I feel, why will you tell me no? So it is high time we get to understand that regardless of the pressure that comes, when you say no on a thing, as long as it's not something that could end life or that is terrible, let your no be a no.
Yes.
You tell me, I don't want you to pressure me on this. Let's just end it there. And I might have forgotten that he said, don't pressure me. Again, I'll come back again.
You'll come back again.
And about this, about that. He'll be like, no, I'll let that. By the time I see that there's a repeated no, I know that
it is a no.
Just forget about it. Bring up another thing.
Exactly. And this came to my mind while you said that, we have children. The Yorubas will say, ogede baje, like a plantain or banana is getting spoiled. You say it's getting ripe. I have parents who have, out of love, of course, they give their children everything. We need to start realizing that children should not have everything, because life might not give them
exactly. They should know both sides.
Restraints. They should know when
when they have enough
and when they have little.
Yes.
So they should know.
By the time they go out in life, they will know that life is not about life. It's not
a bed of
roses.
So I totally disagree when I be like, she wants this. Oh, okay, let her have it. You want this? Let him have it. This is when the child will then grow up. Like growing up, it will have a ripple effect on the child, especially when such a child wants to create his or her own family.
Exactly.
Because imagine a boy who has grown up all his life and daddy has had to do everything for him. If such a man marries, he expects his wife to do everything that he has.
And by the time she's not able to do that, it gets strange to him. Like, it looks strange to him, and he's wondering.
Because he never grew up like that. You can get everything that you want in life, and just the same way for a woman. And that's why they go out of their ways, when they become somebody else's property, somebody else's spouse, they tend to look outside because, you can't give me this. I have to sort for this, See, life is, in as much as we want to believe that life is no balance, self-discipline is very, very important. Self-love is very, very important. Now, self-care. What is self-love? Self-love is when you put yourself first. A lot of you see, a lot of people have they don't get this. When we say self-love is the kind of love you give yourself and thus your immediate family. That is self-love. Whatever it is you are giving to anybody outside, it is not self anymore.
Even the Holy Book says it, that love others as you love yourself. You don't do it. You don't love others more than yourself.
You love yourself. But
that would be.
A lot of people are losing track of loving others than they love themselves. Before you love.
Are you trying to? It's sometimes it baffles me when you're trying to do much more for others
outside than you do for yourself.
Are you trying to win them to your side, or what exactly?
I don't understand, because
or to impress. Yes, that's the word.
To impress.
Trying to impress. So what you cannot do for yourself, you're just trying to leverage it. And in the real sense, the world doesn't care.
They don't care.
They don't give whatever it is. They don't mind whatever it is you're trying to do.
Exactly. So the closest person to you, I got to say this again, it is the family that you have created. They are everything to you. And the way you build your family is actually how it's going to turn out, whether we want to believe it or not. Whichever way you have been building from, it's like a home you're building. If you build it on a solid foundation, it is definitely going to stand, whether we like it or not. And if it is on a foundation whereby there are Iggy Haggars, there are gallops along the line, there is a possibility like it might not hold. Definitely. So with this, it has been a beautiful time. Femi, I must say this has actually been a very beautiful time. From the beginning, recap from beginning to the end, I kind of feel like You have said it that family should take out time.
Exactly.
Create fun games for yourself. This can as well, from what I've deduced, they can turn to family traditions.
Exactly.
You know, and these are things that the children want to see.
And they will always long for it.
And they will
definitely.
always long
Yeah.
for it. But mind you, I mean, once you say this is my family, your children that you're bringing forth into the world, they are moved by what they see more than even what you say. And that is why they say this: practice what you preach. Don't be one of those set of people, and take out time to relax. Most of the fun that you're looking for out there, they're actually there at the comfort of your home, but because you've not calmed down,
see within.
Yeah, you know, see within, derive pleasure and comfort in the comfort of your home. What is happening? So yeah, derive pleasure in the comfort of your home. Extended family, please make it extended. Whoever that is not impactful, whoever is not impactful into your life, whoever that is going to lead you astray, there should be like a restriction as to how close you bring them. But whoever is so impactful, if anything goes wrong, you know, they are there to curb you, curb your wife, curb your children. Yes, these are people we need in our lives, people that keeps us on our toes. But if you have anyone who is not keeping you on your toes, I want to tell you, there is really no point for it. Do you have any input on again?
Well, I think on the aspect of like, I want to talk about that aspect of trying to like the aspect of providing for the children.
That's a
you know, you talked about the issue of not giving them everything. It's not that you're trying to punish them.
No, it's not.
It's just you're trying to make them understand that it's not everything that you need you can actually get easily in life. There are some points that you have to just endure some things. You're teaching them endurance.
Yes, exactly.
And I think by the time you get to do that, you also teach them the act of knowing that they can't do life all alone. You know, by the time, let's say, for example, now, the family of 3 children, and maybe the eldest has this, the second child has the other thing, and maybe the eldest actually needs help, needs what the second child is actually having.
Okay.
They're trying to teach them the act of support.
Yeah.
Like, by the time you get to understand that you can ask from your siblings, you can ask them, this, can you help me with that? By the time they get to grow up, it becomes easy to be able to seek for help and support as well. So I think the aspect of support is, aspect of training your child or your word now to seek for help and support is something very crucial. And we should try and develop also in a family. Because, you know, by the time you grow up, sometimes you might not have it all. And your friend actually has what you want.
Yeah.
How do you get to seek for support when you've not learned it? It becomes very terrible. You just be suffering in silence. That's why a lot of persons get to suffer in silence, because they've not been trained to ask for help.
In all thy doings, in everything we do to keep a family, an act of kindness is never too much.
At all.
As this is coming to my mind, you just got to be kind to your husband. Women, be kind to your husbands. Husbands, be kind to your wives. Now, the spouses, please be kind to your children. Do you understand what I say? Like, sometimes you could even be feeding your children the most. I mean, when you drink garri, that it feel like you are like on the minimal, you know, and they could still find joy while doing that. It is just because you have an act of kindness. You have portrayed kindness to them.
You've created that environment
very,
where they feel happy and delighted.
Yes. I love the word happy, you know, and united and together. Let us try all that we can do to make sure there is kindness in the home, there is unity in the home, and there is love in the home.
It cannot be overemphasized.
Yes, and that is going to be it about that on family conversation today. I hope you were able to pick one or two. We are going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we have, what do we have now? We have my work, my pride. We have our food report, our food delicacy. When we get back, who knows? We could be saying our BYEs. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go. When you want to drink, come on in.
My name is Emiola Sonny Farende. I'm the CEO of 32 Cake. Baker ni mí, mo ti ń ṣe láti bí 15 years now. A máa ń ṣe cake, a máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi fruits, a máa ń ṣe watermelon fruit, tiger nut, zobo, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan la máa ń ṣe níbí báyìí. Mo lọ kí ọ̀rẹ́ mi nìbàdàn. So hairdresser lọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo lọ kí, woman kan wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ wa tó máa ń ṣe cake. Ó máa ń ṣe snacks gan, ó máa ń ṣe egg roll. Mo wá máa ń béèrè pé báwo ni ẹ̀yin ṣe wọnú egg roll yẹn. Mo wá ní iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ wù mí, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, mo fẹ́ lọ kọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi wá ní ìwọ tó lówó lọ́wọ́ ló fẹ́ lọ kọ́ṣẹ́. Mo wá ní ó dẹ̀ wù mí, ṣé wàá mú mi lọ? Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló wá dúró fún mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí àǹtí níbi iṣẹ́ yẹn. Ọ̀gá mi yẹn gan sọ pé òun ò lè gbà mí o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ó ní ó wù mí lọ́kàn láti kọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn ni. So ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló dúró fún mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n tó dúró fún mi lọ́jọ́ yẹn níbi tí mo ti lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ yẹn. So àtìgbà yẹn mo like iṣẹ́ yẹn gan. Ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí kí n tó marry ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. So ìgbà tí mo marry tán, ọkọ mi lóun ò gbà kí n ṣiṣẹ́ cake. Ó ní iṣẹ́ cake báwo? Open shop fún mi, mo ń ta pampers. Company gan ló wá máa ń kọjá fún mi. But at the end of the day, iṣẹ́ yẹn gan ló wù mí. So mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí kí n máa ṣe chinchin. Ìgbà tọ́kọ mi ò gbà, shop tó gbà fún mi yẹn náà mo máa ń ta chinchin. Mo máa ń ṣe donut, mo máa ń ṣe pop-up. Ọkọ mi ò tẹ̀ ní yà sọ́nà bí ó máa bínú ìní kan pé òun irú nǹkan wo ni mo fẹ́ máa ta. But ìgbà tó rí pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn pé àwọn èèyàn ń béèrè oríṣiríṣi nǹkan lọ́wọ́ mi, tó bá padà wá rí pé mo ti ta nǹkan tí mo ṣe yẹn tán, wá wò pé tó jẹ́ kí n help ẹ pẹ̀lú business tó lè fẹ́ ṣe yìí. So ilé náà dẹ̀ ní gbogbo yẹn mo máa ń bake nílé. Gbogbo àti kò gbà kí n ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn mo máa ń bake. Tá bá lálejò, cake ni mo máa fi ṣe wọ́n lálejò pẹ̀lú drinks. Mo máa ń bake nílé, mo máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan nílé. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ọkọ mi tó wà ní Canada ní America, ìyẹn ló ní pé cake ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa ń fine gan. Ó jẹ́ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn náà. Ó ní mi ò wò pé iṣẹ́ yẹn jẹ́ ó ní jẹ́ kó máa ṣe jẹ́ yẹn wà òkè. So ilé ni mo ti máa ń gba wedding cake, mo ti máa ń gba birthday cake, inú ilé ni mo ti máa ń ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn. Ọkọ mi tó wá help mi, tó gba big shop fún mi pé kí n máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn níbí. Iṣẹ́ yìí, iṣẹ́ gidi ni, iṣẹ́ tó wà òkè ni. Oríṣiríṣi èèyàn ni mo ti bá pàdé, àwọn èèyàn láti travel. Cake mi gan wọ́n máa ń gbé lọ travel. Ẹlòmíà sọ pé cake tó wà ní US pé cake tó máa ń rọ̀ ni. Báwọn like cake mi gan, wọ́n máa ń gbé cake mi travel. So iṣẹ́ yìí mo like ẹ̀ gan. So àwọn ọmọ tí mo ti train nípasẹ̀ táwọn náà ti wà òkè, tán ti dá dúró, wọ́n pọ̀ gan. Cake baking òun ni iṣẹ́ mi, iṣẹ́ tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni. It's my work, it's my pride.
Time we got to speak about family, yes, and we had a whole lot to say. If you follow up on us and watchers and streamers, you would understand where we have been coming from. I would pray that y'all just hold on to it and make do. This is Western Spring Television 190 DTT. Stream us on all our social media platforms, and we're going to be in your faces with our amazing content. As I leave you today, I just need to tell you, family, the family you create is everything, and please move along with them with just a little kindness. My name is Ajibike, and during Ojo, I pray to God to spare us, and I'm going to see you next week.
All right, it's Olufemi Alagbe. A lot has been said today, and it's beyond just hearing, and it's beyond we also saying it. The most important thing is act on what you've heard, and we should also act on what we have said. And it's a wrap on the show today, and very, very many thanks for watching us on today's episode of Spring Delight on Western Spring Television. Until we come your way next week again, you can also interact with us on our YouTube channel on Western Spring Television, and follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X on Western Spring Television. Bye for now until I see you again next week. Bye.